Okay, wagwan everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. Good morning to you from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. The bell has rung, the battle has begun, and we're starting the open of the Wednesday morning session in the stock market. And we have a positive open this morning, so let's see.
Big red candle on the 2000.
Let's see how it opens here. Okay, huge red candle up.
Huge candle, yeah.
So, and you can see it on the hourly here. So from yesterday, hourly, we've opened up high, and there's the hourly here, and we've opened up again high. So we've moved right up, and here on the 15, on the 5, again we've opened up high, and on the 1, we've again opened up high. So I was kind of expecting a high open because I'm kind of thinking it's a fake out and we will probably continue back down. So I'm kind of looking at it that way. We'll see if that's what plays out. So let's give it a minute or two here to.
On the Russell 2000, it's on a big red candle down on the minute chart.
Yes.
Let
me take a look at my IWM.
Oh, you're talking about the futures, Russells, yeah. Not the ETF.
Okay. So I've got IWM. Go big on this now so I can see it. All right. Okay, so you can see we had a 1, 2, 3 bottom. So really this open here is a green candle. I can draw. Let me do that again. This open is a green candle. Okay. Can't draw. That's terrible. So okay, I'm gonna do that one more time. This open was a green candle, I guess you could say. It's hollow all the way up. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should get another push back up. So I'm looking for a sell more than a buy. That was my whole thing here. So I'm not going to jump into a sell yet. I'm not going to jump into a buy as yet. I want this kind of settle in a little bit and come back up.
Looks like we're going to be pushing up for a little bit.
Well, if this is
on the IWM anyway.
If what I've drawn here is correct, this is sort of what we should do.
Same thing.
This is what should occur if I'm correct. If of course I can be incorrect. So all right, so let's see. So thanks everybody for joining us. I should have forgotten to say once again our objective in the morning here is to try to find a entry that we can jump into and quickly make some profits with. So we're looking for in this case, I'm kind of looking for a 1, 2, 3 top that would take us back down. This is what I'm kind of looking for, but whether or not that's going to play out is another question. So we'll see. might be a slow one.
Well, right now it's retraced on the 1 minute chart. IWM is retraced up to the 62% level. It's now starting to go down, but
Of this
it's
this
too
current
early to
move.
really say that the down is going to remain. Looks like it wants to go a bit higher. Yeah, that's the same drawing I have.
So we're right at 61.8%, right?
Yeah.
Currently. Yeah, so this looking like what I'm expecting. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could be done. We could get our 1, 2, 3 top here now, like what I've drawn. So let's see if that.
Now, if you look at the SPYs on the same time frame, the SPYs have actually gone higher than the peak that we're looking at on the IWM equivalent time. And it may be starting down now, but I'm not quite sure yet.
I just took the 55 off. I'm going to change this to. I'm going to change this to 5. I'm going to change this to 13. I want to get a tighter moving averages here. So we got a nice cross going up. I've taken the 55 off, just have the 200. So we are in a positive mode. So let's see how the other guys are looking. 15, 1 hour. Okay. 5, 15. Okay, so as you can see, we're kind of at the top of this move already on the 15. And just looking like we're very close. Very close. Well, it's still pushing to the upside here. Okay, so
Yeah.
interesting. All right, it's a little stronger than I was expecting here. Okay. This would be the last line of defense right here. Right about there. Oh, okay, so it's broken above that. Interesting. All right, so we're much stronger than I thought. So not really liking this as a great play to the upside still. I'm kind of still holding out that it's going to turn around. So we should after. So this was one that. So we're still kind of fourth wave area, and then this move. So maybe we're done at this point now. We're very close to the end of this move now. All right, so I would be looking for a sell now. So let's see, the 197s. Yeah, 197s on IWM for expiration on the 23rd.
But it's opening above it now.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So if you want to get into a sell now, into a risk, because I think it still has some strength to go a little bit higher.
Wow, it's still going. Okay, that's interesting. So am I totally, well, so, okay, we have to wait for get that confirmation. So a real confirmation would be the moving average is curling over and crossing. That would be, super confirmation. So that's what I'm kind of, looking for. as well. You can see how it works, right? From previous. But we also will get a confirmation with a 1, 2, 3 as well. So 1, 2, 3, then we get a cross. So the 1, 2, 3 first, then we'll get a cross. And that'll give us confirmation that we're looking for here. So if that occurs, we can then take advantage of this. Now I can also get in right away on that breach. So I'm still looking at the 197 puts at this moment in time, but I'd like to see a green candle come back up. 197 puts are 60. So there were just some 23rd. Okay, if I can get them for around 50 cents thereabouts, that would be a good buy. Okay.
So the 197s right now are about 58 cents.
Yeah. So we're 198.55, 197. Yeah, so 197s would be about the best one. The 198's a little expensive, so need another push back up. Oh, big drop, of course. Wow, it's going quicker than I thought here. Okay, so
Well,
all right,
might have lost it.
we need another push back up now, so that's fine. We'll get another push back up. We have to make our 1, 2, 3. So
Yeah.
not to panic. It's a lot faster to see.
But Lennox, you don't really look at maybe a higher time frame to get the candlestick to kill in the 1 minute.
You don't have to, but I do look at them because
That's what you've
I'm looking
taught
at.
us.
Sorry.
That's what we have learned. We need a candlestick from a higher time frame of maybe 5 minutes to tell us now we're likely to go down. Then we don't get to 1 minute to look for the 1, 2, 3.
We have done that. We're looking at the hourly here, the 15-minute here, the 5-minute here, the 1 minute here. So that I have done that. So at this point here, we're down on the 1 minute. The monthly and the weekly and so forth is inconsequential. You understand? We're just playing the 1 minute time frame, so it's not necessary at this point to know what the monthly is doing or the weekly is doing or daily is doing and so forth. So we're only, right? If we're playing the higher time frame for an entry, to play on the hourly or the 4-hour or the daily, yes, they're much more important. But we're down below that level, so only concerned with what's going on here. I hope that makes sense. Don't get confused now about what we're doing. When we're playing on the 1-hour time frame, we need to have an understanding of what this daily and the 4-hour and so on are doing. Right? And when we're down at this level, we need to know what the 50. We should have an idea what the 15 and the 5 and the hourly are doing. And that should suffice for what we're doing here. So in yesterday's, if you were here on yesterday's session, or if you watch yesterday's session, this will become really clear, because what we were doing was just playing this move to the upside, and that was it. Or the move down from the start yesterday as well. So that's all we were doing. We weren't really concerned with what was going on in the weekly or the monthly. Okay, so what we're just looking for here is just a 1, 2, 3 top. So this would be the same thing as if we're on the hourly and we're looking for a 1, 2, 3 top, but we're waiting for hourly bars to complete. So you can see what's happening now. We're forming that 1, 2, 3. We're formed the 1, 2, 3. We should get another push back up, and then we should be coming back down. So that's all we're looking for is this play, and there we go. There's the bar. So we'll get this thing for less than 60 cents here. Okay, so I bought now, so we'll see if I am correct. So I've entered sells the 197s. So we should push back down, like I'm saying. If I'm wrong, we're going to continue and break this high, of course, right? And all bets are off. So we want to be buying the puts when price is moving to the upside, and that's the strategy. So we have gone over, we're almost at 100% of this retrace, which is not comforting, but not expecting to breach that high. But we shall see here in momentarily. If it breaches the high, then we have a very strong market here. Does that make sense to you, Christian? I hope that that's making sense to you. We're only concerned with what's going on down at this level. So I look at the hourly, the 15, the 5, the 1 to kind of give me a gauge of what's going on. So on the hourly, I can see that, and yes, I could go to the monthly and so forth, and and start from there, like I normally do, just to get an overview of the entire chart. But it's not relevant to the 1 minute chart. So we're on this candle currently. Just get rid of all these.
So basically, all we're just doing is playing on the 1 minute chart.
Yes, that's it. This is the whole purpose of the exercise, is to play the 1 minute chart, just to show you how, just so that you can see how the formations of the 1, 2, 3 occur in a quick succession, right? And that's the main gist of it. So they come down step by step. We're in a, you can see on the 4 hour, we have a 1, 2, 3 top right there that's controlling this move to the downside. We're in an overall downward mode. So I'm looking for a continuation of that. So yes, we've come back up, but I'm still looking for a continued push to the downside. Of course, I could be wrong, and we could push out of there, but that's what I'm kind of seeing at this point here, that we should be pushing back down. So if I'm totally wrong, then this is a brand new 1, 2, 3 bottom here that's forming, and we're going to push out, and that's totally possible. So I have to, look at, of course, look at everything, right? So 5 minute, we have come up, we formed a 1, 2, 3 top now on the 1 minute, but on the 5 minute we have a bottom. We have a large 1, 2, 3 bottom now on the 5 minute. So are we done, or are we just inside of a structure that's just going to come back down, right? So one of these are going to play out. We can either fly through, but in either case, we should retrace. before we do that.
Yeah, I'm looking at this as an accumulation phase.
So we're either setting up for this retrace to back down to this level, just a retrace of this move, or we're going to go screaming through to the upside, which I don't see.
It doesn't appear that way right now.
Well, that's what I'm holding out for here. That's why I bought the 197 puts, because of that. So this is on the 5-minute time frame. So back to the 1 minute. So if you're still following me, Christian, that what we're trying to do is to make some quick profits back down, right? And then your day is done. Yesterday, our day was done within half an hour. I believe it took about 25 minutes or so. Our day was basically done. We was similar setup. We had made moves to the upside, and I made 2 plays in succession, and we were out. I was out with almost double profits on both. So that was it, and that's all we're looking for, is that quick move to catch those profits and get out, and then you can go on with your day. You don't have to play anymore if you don't want to. So that's what the objective of the exercise is.
It's sure a battle. It certainly wants to gyrate in the middle there, but it looks like it's going to go down.
We've got our confirmation. We've got the 1, 2, 3 top. We've got a death cross. We've got another 1, 2, 3 top. We're certainly got the confirmation that we needed, which was that cross. So we got a cross here, cross here. So we should push back down. We've got a gap to fill as well. So everything looks pretty good for all, these 3, 1, 2, 3 top, death cross, gap to fill. There's 3 ticks. So I should feel pretty good about this move dropping back down into this area. So now I can actually calculate where we're going to go, right? So I put the extension on and look for the 1.618 retrace. So that's there. I'd look to go down to the 200% as target, so something like that. First target here, and then the second target. So essentially, we're just retracing this move.
Right.
Okay. Oops, let me keep that on. So this would be the same thing that you would be doing on the hourly or the 4-hour or the daily. It's just that it takes much longer for this to occur.
So when you're playing this kind of game, what's the maximum time you want to spend after market open hours?
I'm sorry, what's the maximum time?
Like now, like market opens now, we are here with you, and how long do you think you can stay trying to look for a quick one?
You're very muddled. I can't hear you clearly. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that most times once it's an hour, we are done. So are we saying now that once I stay here and I didn't get anything to make a quick one, I'll just leave the market and probably come back again like you come back by 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, the 3 p.m. Eastern time is, you know, if we're still in a trade that's still ongoing, we're looking at what's going on there. But this is just to get in and out. So you can see I'm already ready to take profits at this point. So I'm coming down into my profit taking area already. So we're basically done at this point. No, so let me take a look at our my puts here that I just bought, and they are they're worth over $100 now. I bought them for 58 or so, and they're over $100 now. So, but I'm almost at a double of this, you know, move. So what I'm going to do is just take some off the table right away, since we're right in that area. This is how, you know, quickly you can make the profits. So that's the whole objective again. To do that. So I'll take one off, and just to get some profit off the table. And leave the other one and see if we will go a little further down. Okay, so just got one off. And now I'll let the other one go for a little bit more. If I can get a little further down to my 200%. So time is just, this is it. So how's our time? We're at 6:57. We're only less than half an hour into the session, and I'm already making profits. So that's what the whole objective of this is, to show you that you can do this on this time frame. And it's the quickness of it that gives us the profit, and we're getting in for inexpensive. You know, I buy here for less than, you know, let's say $58, and I'm selling here for you know, $100 already. So if I can get down one more level, then, you know, this could be a double of my money. So I just need to go to 116, right, to get a double of this. So that's
Nice to close the gap too.
And yeah, we still haven't reached our gap here, and you can see the structure here. You know, we might be done at this point. It's possible, but I still think we're going to come down a little bit more here. So I've taken one off the table, but I can still come down a little further and take take the other one. So this is just to show you that you can do this at this level and make quick profits, and you can do it very inexpensively. The key here is our risk. Our risk is very small, so we're getting in. My stop would have been up here, and I'm getting in, you know, like right up in here. And let me just make this. So I'm going to make this bigger so we can all see. Okay, so the objective, as we saw, we waited for 1, 2, 3 to form, and as it was forming, because I was believing that we were going down, I was trying to find an entry to get to buy the 197 puts, which are way down here. So right down at my 200% level. So I'm looking now to enter. So the best way to enter a put play is, because I'm doing puts, is to buy when price is moving up. Same as if you're on the Forex, in the Forex, and you're trying to go to sell, the best way to sell is for when price is moving up, because your entry is going to be less expensive, and you're going to get a better risk to reward as it moves in your favor. So you're looking for a retrace of this move to get into the sweet spot area of around 50 to 62%, you know, in that area. So that's what the whole thing is about. So ideally, we want to get in when price is moving to the upside. Technically, if we can't do that, we want to look for when price breaks a previous red candle coming back down. So here the red, breaking a red is good. So that would be an entry right there. But we're right in our sweet spot area. This is our area of entry. So anywhere in this area is okay to enter, but I'm trying to get a better price by getting in up here. So there we go now. So I can take the other one off, where are we? So it came right into my, it's right at my target area now, over again over well over $100 now. So I can just see if I can get a bit more on it.
When you say break the previous red candle, are we looking at the candle before the highest of your one? You know, when we look at the starting point of our one now at the top, the beginning of the one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the beginning. So now when you're looking at, when you said that three, you said break the previous candle. So the candle has to be before
this one.
Yeah. So it has to be before the candles that begins number one.
The candle that starts number 3.
But we don't know yet that candle is going to do that until we have it finished.
Well, I'm speculating that it's going to do that. So that's why I'm taking the risk that it's going to do that, because I believe in the 1, 2, 3. So, my risk is here. So that's where my stop would be. So if I'm wrong, then it's going to break it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you have to take that risk. If I get a red bar breaking that red bar, then I'm going down with it. So I'm now at a point where I can now take some nice profit off the table if I so I'm so inclined. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the other one off right now, and I'm done. That's my morning. You see, so that's as quickly as you can make the profit.
30 minutes.
In 32 to 32 minutes since we started, right? So that's
so I don't need to go to work today.
If you followed me in these trades, and okay, I just went in to show you. I went in with I just did 2 contracts just to show you that you can do this. And I could have bought 10 I usually buy 10 contracts, so I just did this 2 to just show you this quickly. So I took one off here at the first 1.618, and I'm taking the other one off here. So first one, they're both at $58, and I take one off at 100. I take one off at, I think this was about 110, something like that. So I didn't even get to my 116. Now it's at my 116. That my 116 now. It's at 120 now, almost 119. George, can you confirm?
Yeah, I'm closing out my last one now.
Okay, so where was that? Just at 119 a moment ago. So we're at 110 now, 108.
Maybe I missed it.
We're at 107. So it moves very quickly. So you have to when you get into your target area, you have to take the profit quickly. Otherwise, these bars move quickly. We're on the 1 minute time frame, so it's not sitting around waiting for me to. Lennox is trading, so let's wait for him to get out. It doesn't work that way, So that's how quickly this works. And so if I went up to the hourly time frame, where we were playing this on the hourly time frame, right? It's a whole different ball game. So now let me see if I can get this thing off. Where are you? Oh, sorry.
Well, that was a nice morning.
Yeah, the morning is over. That's what I'm trying to show you guys, that this is This is all doable. And it doesn't matter what the time.
Close the gap, but I decided to heck, let me take the profits, which are nice profits at this point.
Okay, so there's the 5-minute time frame. That's what it looks like. And 15-minute time frame, hourly time frame. So same kind of thing. If we were playing this 1, 2, 3 top here, it's the same strategy, right? We are looking for a 1, 2, 3 top. Here's the death cross for confirmation, but the confirmation is early. It's given us an early confirmation. We don't even have a 1, 2, 3 as yet. So now you have to believe that, okay, there's a 1, 2, 3 is going to form. The 1, 2, 3 forms. So here is your best entry right here. As soon as the red bar breaks the green bar. So if we can catch that, or just catch any entry in this area, we can play this to the downside on the hourly. This is going to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 hours, say, to get to this level, and then another 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours or so to get down to here. Whereas it took us, less than half an hour to do what we just did on the 1 minute. Okay, so it's the exact same thing. What I'm just trying to show you is that you can do this at that level and make quick profits. We could do the same thing here. We could buy the option for, for $58, same thing. And I'd be looking to buy say the 201 puts and do the same kind of thing and get out, here and get out here. But it would take me 17 hours instead. So that I'd have to look to buy a weekly option instead, right? Or a couple of days expiration option or something like that. So if it's Monday morning.
To play this in the Forex, that would be like London Open and US Open, right?
Sorry, can't hear you very well.
I said to play this in Forex, that would be like for London Open and the US Open, right?
Am I the only one that can't hear him?
No, I'm having problems hearing him also.
I think he asked.
Christian has an echo. Christian, you have an echo on your sound.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is, if we're playing this on Forex, so we have to do it like London Open and probably US Open.
US Open and London Open, yes.
Okay, so if we're doing it on the Forex, we can do the same thing. So we, okay, so let's go to the Forex. So here's the Dow. Let me go to the, let me put, let me switch this chart here. I'm going to take this. I was just fooling around with this indicator here, so let me just take it off. And okay, so I'm going to put the US 2000 on.
That's what I've been doing. I've been playing the US 2000 on the Forex.
Okay, so we're on the Forex, so it's the same thing. So if I went down to the 1 minute time frame, it's the exact same thing. So we can come here. We got the 1, 2, 3 top, same thing. We can get in right here, right in here. We can get in anywhere in this area, the same thing. Yeah, no, so it doesn't matter if we're on the Forex or we're on the
like USD, pounds, and the rest of that.
Yes, the exact same thing. And see, we're still going down, so I could have really stayed in that position, based on this move. So
yeah, it did close the gap.
It's it's all good now. Those options are now worth 100 and almost 130 now.
20,
so I got out a little early, but that's okay. Profit is fine. Just again, trying to show you what I was seeing for the setup this morning. I was expecting from last night. I was expecting a move, market move to the upside first, and then I wanted to sell because I could see that from yesterday's looking at the chart overall, from looking from the daily and so forth, that we're in an overall move to the downside. We have a 1, 2, 3 top. So I wanted to be looking to sell even down at the 1 minute time frame. Yes, we can go counter, and yesterday we had a really good counterplay to the upside at the end of the day. So we're still looking. So that was a daily, sorry, 4 hour. We're in a downtrend. 1 hour, we're in a downtrend. We have a 1, 2, 3 top, right? So we're in a down move. So this is the whole key to it. 30 minutes, we have a 1, 2, 3 top. We're in a down move. So we want to play to the downside. 15 minutes, we're still in the down move. So now, if our move is complete, we'd be looking for a retrace to play to the downside again. If there's enough move here to come back up and make some pips, then you could do that, you know, if you wanted to, as long as you understand where you are. But the best play is still to the downside. So 5-minute time frame. So we'll be looking now for a retrace of this current move that we just had to continue down. That's it. Got to keep it simple. It's just that simple, but it's, you know, again, you have to understand where you are. So it's the exact same thing we just did in the market, in the stock market, using this US 2000. So now, and again, the gauge was the move up, looking for a 1, 2, 3 top to form, using the moving averages for a gauge as well. And you can see we're above that 200. This is the 200. We're above the 200. So there's a lot of little things that you can use for your guide. So I'm above a 200 moving average. Boy, that's terrible. Sorry. I'm above a 200 moving average, and all these things you can take into, you know, account. When you're above a 200, you know, you're looking primarily to go long. However, because we're close to the 200, you know, it can come back down. So you know, you have to kind of gauge where you are, what time frame you're on, and so forth. There's many factors here. Usually, if you're above the 200, you're looking to go long. But if you're close to it, you can go either way, really, depending on, you know, the situation. So in this case, the situation says let's go short. So now we should be coming back to the 200. So we're going to be retracing this move. So if I was, you know, if I really wanted to, now I could be buying the calls on or I could be buying, you know, buying right now to go back up into this level, if it was worth enough pips for me to do that, right?
ASAN moved down.
Oh, okay. So a buying opportunity then for us, I would think. Let's see. Okay, so let me just take a look at ASAN. So we were playing this stock. We bought some calls on it yesterday. Wow, it's kind of quite a drop, eh? Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's going to drop.
So there we are on the daily here. So it came back down quite a bit. So the CEO of this company bought, I don't know if William was with us, he would he'd be interested in this. So the CEO of this company bought 1.25 million shares, 1.25 million shares at $45. That was a few weeks ago. And we had the subsequent run up to this level. Then we had a pullback. I'm going to bring this down to a lower level. You can see it better. So maybe we'll come down to the 4 hour. Maybe that might be better. There we go. That's better. Okay. So we bought 1.25 million shares at $45. This is the CEO. And price moved up to here, pulled back. Then he bought another 1.25 million shares here at 60. Sorry, I am losing it this morning. At $63. So he bought at $63. He bought another 1.25 mil. And then yesterday, he bought another $1.25 million for at $70. So based on that, I felt, okay, it'll be time to jump in and buy. But you can see, wow, it has tanked this morning, which is quite interesting. So what did he know? Why would he be buying here? And now we see this price way down. Interesting. So we're in battle mode with our options already at this point. So this is, yeah, he bought yesterday up at $70, so way up here. And now we've had this move down. So it's quite interesting. So let's see what those, I think we bought the 75 calls. I bought the 75 calls. So now I'm way down. It would have been better. Actually, the price was here, so I was expecting a bounce from here, but we can see we weren't finished our move to the downside. So okay, so let's see what the options are worth right now. And I could, so this is one way to play. Another way to skin the cat. We bought for the March 18th. Yeah, I've got the, they're very cheap now, George.
Yeah, yeah.
120 bucks now. So I bought yesterday for 300. So I'm down over half. So really I should be exiting, but I'm going to buy more because I think it's going to push back up. So I'm going to buy another. Jump in right now. And they're bidding.
You can buy the 75s?
Yes. Because they're inexpensive now. Much more inexpensive. So unless he doesn't, unless he's totally wrong and his company is really going to the tank, he wouldn't have bought that many shares because he hasn't sold any yet. He's just bought. So unless he was buying just to buoy the stock up or something, I mean, it could be some, but yeah, I don't think he would be doing that. I think he's buying because he does know something. So his overall, his cost, we figured was about $59 or something total. So he bought for 70, 63, and 45. So his average is about $59 or something like that. So he's right in this area for his average. So I'm buying these now. Put a bid in at $1. Okay, so I've purchased them now, and so we'll see.
Lennox, you think he's buying more today?
I don't know. Let's see.
Look.
Let me go back to IWM real quick just to see what it's doing. Okay,
IWM is still consolidating at this point.
All right, so it came down quite a bit though, eh? So we could have got even a
Oh
better
yeah, we
profit.
could have gotten a heck of a lot more of it. It's still going down.
Yeah, so that's IWM, the one, oh, we bought 197. Oh yeah, they're 136 right now. So that's a, almost 3 times the money. That's amazing. So that's let's see. So it looks like we're still, yeah, that's quite the move down. I mean, I'm taking profit here and here, and we're still heading down. So it's not retracing like I was expecting at this point. So it's very weak. So our move then, this is only our 4th wave at this point. And so we still have another push. So we're right back. Wow. So There's a one. This is a 1, 2, 3 bottom that it's formed, and we've retraced almost 100% of it. So we should be expecting a turnaround here. So the same thing is going to hold. We're going to look for a 1, 2, 3 bottom now, and a turnaround move, so we can jump in again and buy some calls to go back up. You know, same kind of thing. Look for the moving averages to curl and cross and give us a 1, 2, 3 bottom and all that. So it's the same principle that we just did up here, same kind of strategy to do the same thing going up. Totally workable. So again, I'd be looking to buy the one. This time we were at 196, so 197s are right here, so that's kind of close. So the 198s would be the play going back up at this point. So as a betting guy, IWM today, the 198 calls are at a reasonable price again. So I could buy it to go up now. So I can either use, you know, the green bar breaking that red bar, that's at this point for an entry, or wait for 1, 2, 3 to form. So one or the other. Ideally, you want to get price moving down when you're buying, right? Remember the thing, when price is moving down, you buy. When price is moving up, you sell. You buy to sell, you know, you buy to come down.
So Lennox,
Yes.
the first chart you had earlier. So how did you break? Can you just show me how you broke those 4 sharp down?
The 4?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the first one is which time frame?
Okay, now these are different instruments, so it's not the same instrument. So
it's not the same.
This is the Dow Jones, but they're basically doing the same thing. If I put this one on the hourly, you can see they're almost identical. If I put this one on the hourly, you can see they're identical. If I put this one on the hourly, they're basically, you know, relatively the same, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why I can look at them that way. They're all kind of moving in the same general way.
Yeah, I thought it's like the breakdown of chart for me to get down to the 1 minute chart.
It is. So this one I keep on the hourly. This one I keep on the 15. This one I keep on the 5. Because, like I say, they're basically doing the same thing. So I can keep an eye on what the overall.
Okay.
So hourly here on the hourly. On the hourly, I have a 1, 2, 3 bottom forming. That's looking to push back up. On the 15, I have a 1, 2, 3 bottom forming. That's looking to push back up. On the 5, we have a large 1, 2, 3 bottom that's looking to push back up now. And on the 1 minute, here let me change this to 1 minute. On the 1 minute, we're still struggling down here, right? So we're still, our 1, 2, 3 might be just, I should look to get in now on that. So let me just get back to big. Let me go back to big so I can take a closer look. Okay, so here is where we are. So it looks like we're gonna, I was just gonna say break that low, but we haven't. It's trying to break that low, so it still has a little bit more downside. And very interesting.
It looks like there's some more downside to come.
Yeah, so here's our line in the sand. If we break this low, then, you know, it's not turning around anytime soon here, but we can go 100%, of course. We can go right 100% before we turn around. So, you know, you have to be aware of that as well, right? So it's always good to wait for the confirmation, you know, if at all possible, you know, especially at this level. So we've broken the low, so we're not. So we could have stayed in these trades all this way down, and that's a little bit unfortunate for us there, George, that we took profits early, but my expectation was that we would come into back at least to fill this gap. So now we have to rethink, because we no longer have a 1, 2, 3 bottom. We have to wait for a new 1, 2, 3 bottom now, right? So if that is making sense now, right? That's what's going on. So let me go up to a higher time frame. Look at this. So there we are. So I'm gonna go to 15, and so now we can see that we're seriously in a weak state here. Okay, so I'm gonna put some trend lines on. So we're in this weakened state of affairs. So we're inside this.
I'm on a 3-minute chart and I'm still seeing weakness.
Yeah, we're very weak. So this market was faking everybody to the upside. And from last night my wife and I were looking at this, and I was trying to help her to see what I'm showing you here. And my expectation was that we would come back up into this area before we came back down and continue down. However, at this point here, I'm expecting a retrace still of this move, so that we could come down one more time. But maybe it won't do that. Maybe I'm just wrong, because we do have a 1, 2, 3 here at this point, right? Just like we had here, we had a 1, 2, 3, and then we just kept going. So the same thing here could happen again, and we're just going to keep going. So this is totally.
You're looking at the 1, 2, 3 down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the 5-minute, this is what it looks like. We get rid of these guys. So we're just going down. It doesn't look like it wants to stop at this point.
Right.
So and it's a little late now to be buying the puts, further out, or is the other question. So let's go back up. Yeah, I was really expecting a retrace of this move first, and then we go. But you can see we do get a retrace sooner or later, but today it's just not doing that. How's our time? 7:27. So we're an hour in. So I'm still gonna expect that retrace, and I would look to buy if I stay up. That is. So now we're an hour in now. If I stay up, I should say, I'll look for a retrace back up for a quick play, and then look for another sell opportunity. If I don't stay up, then I'm not even going to bother. I've already made some profits anyway, so it's all good. So you can see our 197 puts are now $184. So bought at $58 up here, and now they're at this point here they're worth almost $180. So that's
almost 180. Yeah.
So that's the kind of movement you can get on these options. So that's a really nice risk to reward ratio there. Okay, so it looks like maybe what we've done here is just retrace this entire move to this point. We might be getting a turnaround. So we're on the 1 minute. No, we're on the 5 minutes. So let me go back down to the 1 minute and take a look at this again. Okay, so now we can kind of see the structure playing out. So 1, 2 was really not expecting. Let's see how much that moved. I go to the fib. So this is how you can kind of gauge the movement using the tool. So we've come down almost 400%. 3.6. We've broken 3.618. So we're almost at 400% retrace move down from up at the top. That's quite a lot. Again, I was expecting a fill of the gap, maybe. That's about it. So sometimes what you expect and what happens are two different things, and you just have to go with the market. You can't fight it. It's just the way it is. But we have to have an expectation So over on this one, you know, if we were on that one playing that going down, I would have an expectation, you know, similar, that we would come down and then rebound. But it went all the way, it went below, that went below as well, that move. And then it rebounded, you see?
Well, can you think of going from the top there, where your fib is, going down is a 3, going up is a 4, and going all the way down is a 5. It goes below the 3, right? The whole move.
This entire 1, 2, 3, like we looked at from the larger time frame.
Yeah. Because if you looked at it on the larger time frame, you'd almost expect it to go below the 3.
That's exactly what it is, but I'm still expecting a retrace first before we go again, right?
Yeah.
Because when we get a 1, 2, 3, we usually get another 1, 2, 3, and then we go. So that's why I'm expecting that retrace, but it doesn't look like it's just weakness here today, which is amazing. But we can still get that bounce, and I'd like to see that bounce come back up towards the 200, and then that would be a really good opportunity to sell, because we're really going to go at that point. But we're, you know, right now we're just going, so it's not looking like there's any reprieve at this point.
This could even try for a 200.
So this is what's playing out. So we can see it now. So it's you know, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move here, and then we should get a retrace. I'm still expecting that retrace. I'm not going to, you know, it just doesn't go straight. The same thing here. We come down, and you know, it came down. But in here, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move. The same type of thing here. It's, you know, it's doing that. Maybe it's done at this point, or maybe it's not. We can still do that before it goes again. But I'm still expecting that retrace back up towards the 200. So now, the key here for us, if you're playing, and if you're playing even on the hourly or the 4-hour or the daily, it's the same thing. Watch the moving averages, because they really help us. Watch for the 1, 2, 3. That really helps us. So if we can get our moving averages curling and get that move, then we know that, then we have confirmation of the fact that we're going to go back up again. Right? It's going to do it.
I still don't have that. I mean, it's just made a gallant try to get up there, but boy, it's still weak.
It is trying. And you know, I'm a little disappointed that I took that other one off so quickly. But again, that's, you know, that was my expectation. So I was taking that at the 2.618. That's pretty, you know, 1.272. I took it off there. So all right.
Talking about talking moving averages, I played a bit and had the in the impression on these tiny lower time frames, 5 linear weighted apply to close, crossing 8 apply to open. Mostly matches these EMAs 5 and 13, yet sometimes the signal comes 2 or 3 candles earlier, still always in the same direction and never crossing a fake out if you compare these two. So just for the heck of it, maybe that's worth trying, or even something for your EMA cross optimization.
I'm not sure what exactly you're saying. Sorry, Martin.
So sorry. Yeah. Playing with the EMAs,
Yes.
I'm under the impression that a linear weighted moving average 5,
yes,
crossing a linear weighted 8, but applied to open, the last one, the 8 to open and the 5 to close. That matches most of the times the picture you draw now with EMA 5 and 13, yet sometimes the signal comes 2, 3 candles earlier, and the
5 and
angles
8
are more pronounced.
The 5 and the 8, you say?
5 linear weighted or EMA, but linear weighted is a little more pronounced.
And
so
the other one?
if you compare, and the was that was 8 applied to open.
So the 5 and the 8 instead of the 5 and the 13. Okay,
yes, yet
okay, so okay, let me try that, because that's very tight though. Those two. So let's just see. So we're probably getting there right now.
The SMA actually, and
So let's go to linear weighted. Where are they? Moving average weighted twice. Okay, so we're getting that move now. We've got our cross now. So,
oh shit! No,
okay,
I distracted you.
no problem. Okay, so there's my WMAs. So okay, so the 5, make this one blue, and then the 8. So it's now it's doing what I am expecting it to do. You see? So this would be red. The chart, see, it's finally starting to do.
But the 8 applied to open, the calculation to open though, so that makes a huge difference.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so we get an early cross, but the only problem with that is that you're going to get crazier signals, right?
Yeah.
Where the other ones you don't. It's smoother. You don't get any early signals to get out and so forth, right? That's the difference. So you have to be careful with that. Yes, you're going to get early signals here, but you might think, oh, this might have been it here. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be super careful. So this 8 might have been better with the close. Let's just see. And no, it's still it's too tight, and that's what we usually use a 5 and a 13 with close, and then a little bit wider. But even then, you still get the crosses. So that's why I switched to the 5. Okay, I have to get rid of them. And so the 5 EMAs and the 13 EMA. So I've been looking at this, and so I've been kind of studying this for a while, and I realized that the exponential gives us the better look. So style blue, okay, and then this one would be my 13 red. Okay, so there we go. All right, so you can see it's smoother through. You don't get any crosses, and that you want to get the real cross, right, when it occurs. That's the reason for it.
Yeah.
And this gives, yes, we might be a little bit off and so forth, but we're getting the real cross. So now what's happening now? We're getting a retrace of this, just like I was saying. So now I'm a little late now trying to get into buying the calls at this point, but that's okay. That's all right, not a big deal. I'll wait now for this push back up and then buy the puts. So that's okay, because that's what I'm really expecting anyways, to get the puts, because it's, so we'll put a retrace on of this move, retracement from here to here. We'll look to come back into the 50 to 62% area. Get rid of this guy. Right, and so there is our 50 to 62% area right on that 200, eh? Just amazing. So that's the area that I would expect price to come back into, and then I would look to sell. So at this point, we would look for our moving averages to come up and cross. Right, again, something like that, right? And we find a form of 1, 2, 3, and then we're on our way back down. And that would be the play to the downside to continue this big, huge move. Make sense? Sometimes it just doesn't work like how you expect it, though. Like, again, I was expecting it to do it from here and go back up and then go, but that's not doing it that way. So you just go with what it does. It had other plans. But thanks for that though, Martin. But you see how what happens though with when you get it too tight, they start nodding, and then you get fooled into thinking that you're like here would be you would think that okay, it's a cross, so I'll go long, and then and rightfully so, because you would think that we wouldn't break this level, right? But when you pass the 61.8% retrace, so this move here, once you get to the 61% area, 50 to 62% area, once you cross that area, the probability of price turning around and going back up becomes slimmer and slimmer. You see, it gets much more difficult now for price to come back and break this level. So in our 1, 2, 3, we want our retrace to be as shallow as possible, 38, 50, 62 maximum. So that's why I say the 62 to 50% area is the key area. But the shallower the retrace, the more powerful the move. The lower it goes, the less powerful the move, and the less likely it's going to break that top.
Yeah, Lennox, if you look at the 5-minute chart on this,
Yes.
you'll see that the retrace was too deep on the 5-minute. You see that retrace from the bottom to the top is too deep, so the move up
On
you
this
see
one?
that retrace is too deep from the
On this
bottom
move?
to the top. Yeah, exactly. So then you knew,
Yes.
looking at that, you
Yes.
knew
So
that when you came to that resistance line.
Yes, that came through that area.
Right,
So
right.
it's too deep of a retrace. So the likelihood of price coming back to break this level is very remote.
Very remote,
It's not
right.
remote, but it's
That's what I noticed.
it's less. So that's why from yesterday, my thought was, okay, I want price to move up first, and then I'll buy the puts.
Right.
But
Right.
I was expecting, like I say, this kind of retrace and then the move, but it's doing it went a little deeper. So now.
And then if you go back to the 1 minute, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I've been watching the 50 SMA. I'm on a 3-minute chart, and price is still below the 50. So
Yeah.
this downward move may not be complete yet. It was just making a good attempt at trying to break it, but it looks like there might be some more down to come yet.
So what I was going to say is, if you look at the 1, 2, 3 top that you actually took the puts based upon, and you draw a resistance zone on the top, it matches to the 1, 2, 3, or actually the number 2 point previous top 1, 2, 3. So if you draw a resistance zone at the number 1 point
sorry.
right there, right below that.
Oh,
see that?
You mean in this top here?
Yeah, in this area. Yeah, in this 1, 2, 3, if you draw a resistance line or resistance zone going to the left, it matches the number 2 point.
Over here.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay.
It matches that. So that was an indication to me that you were going in the right direction, because it was resisting at the number 2 point on the left side.
Yeah, and again, just looking at it, yes, we're up in a resistance zone for sure, because when we look at it from even the next higher time frame, the 5 or the 15, we're in this channel, and we were just bouncing up and down in the channel. So the expected move is back up to the top of the channel at this point. So, and that's exactly what's happening. And so here now you can see we're forming a larger 1, 2, 3. So it's possible that we could get that move back up again into this area still. So we do have a 1, 2, 3 here, and now this could be complete. We're doing another one, a larger 1, 2, 3 bottom that will take us back up. Or this could be just an A, B, C type of thing, right? And then we're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, and then we'll be done coming back down.
Mhm.
something like that. So the calls are still in play. It's a touchy one because this could, of course, scream straight through, but the likelihood, again, the expectation would be that we're going to retrace this move. So I wouldn't expect this to just break this level and continue down, although it could. But the expectation would be that we'd rebound still. So let's okay. So we're at 196. So 197s are 198. Would it have enough to get to 190?
197s are at 156 right now.
The 197 calls? No, the
Yeah.
calls. I'm looking at
Puts.
the calls. No, I'm looking at the calls now for a play to the upside, back up. So 197 calls
are 60.
So yeah, if I can get it for in the 50s again, that would be a play back up as they're moving down right now. So
I'm still not seeing that we've hit bottom yet. If I'm looking at a 3-minute chart, and I have this thing right in a nice regression channel from beginning at the open of today. It hasn't broken the 50 yet.
okay, this is my expected move. So
Yeah,
again, we have to have an
I agree
expectation.
with that. It's just that it's a question of when it's going to start the upward move.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that starting yet.
So Lennox, I know the
Mhm.
session is long, but at this point, since you're waiting for the number 3 point to confirm, would you wait for a green bar taking out the red bar before you buy a call, let's say, to go to the upside?
Yeah, well, yes, that will be right now it's happening, as you can
Right.
see. So this could be it at this point. So maybe just make this bigger so everybody can kind of see. So yeah, we're right in that sweet spot right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
You're
this is
almost
the area that you want
breaking
to
it.
get that entry in. So if I put the fib retracement on here,
Looks
we're right
just about
in that,
right. Yeah.
we're right in that perfect spot.
Yeah. Yes.
We got right down to 61.8 there. No, 761. We touched 61.8 right up,
Mm-hmm.
just dead on. And so so looking at this on a bigger scale, just to show you can see. So there is our 61.8 right on almost a perfect touch. So a
Mm-hmm. Yes.
breach of this red candle here was an entry. If we breach back down to the low, we kind of have to second guess ourselves a little bit here. So
Right.
let me just buy one right now. Okay, so I've got the 197s.
You got about 65
I'm
cents.
taking the risk that we're going to make it back up again to 197 area or higher, and this would be this is my risk at this moment in time, right? Of course, the last line of defense would be here. If we get down here, then I'll exit because I'm totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the risk at this moment in time right now.
It's pretty small risk for the reward.
It's a very tiny risk. So
Yeah.
that's the whole beauty of what we're doing, right? Keep the risk really small, and then look for maximum gains as you can get.
Right. Beautiful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So at this level, we're on the 1 minute, and you can see the structure, at that point, and it's looking just like what we would expect. So we would expect that move out. So a breach of this candle here to the upside would be good. A breach to the downside would not be good. And we're getting a breach to the downside. Okay, so all right, so now we're not complete, obviously. So we'll see how it plays out now. So if we break this level, I'll just take my my option off because it's not it wouldn't be a big loss at this point. I bought it for, I believe, 59 cents or something, 59 in that area. So it's still in the 50s. It's still 50s, even at this point it's 57 now. So it's not, you know, maybe 55 or 53, something like that, right? So it's not, you're not losing a lot even if you get out. That's the beauty of it.
Right.
You can still get your money back, basically. Of course, the commissions, you know, on top. But this was our sweet spot area, 61 to 50%. This is the sweet spot. So this is where you want to get in, ideally. So now we have to wait for a breach of this candle, the upside.
Indecision candle.
Yes.
Yeah, on my 3-minute chart, I have not eclipsed the 50 SMA yet. It's still nice and under it.
So there we go. We've broken the high, so that's a good sign. And if we break this high, then it's a really, really good sign. How's our time? Oh, wow, we're an hour and we've gone over here, George.
Yeah.
We've gone overboard. Okay, so we had some we had some good comments and feedback and questions, and so that's good. Okay.
And good trading.
Yeah, we made some money. You know, it's all worked out nicely, right? So
Yes.
let's reconvene at 3 p.m. this afternoon. We'll kind of see how this plays out. So right now I'm in a call to the upside, and we'll see if that works out. I'll let you know how that, of course, we'll know by then how that plays out. And we can then look at some earnings and so forth and the insider trading stuff and see what's going on.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thanks, Lennox and George.
yeah.
Great lesson.
All right. So hopefully that you guys have again picked up a few tidbits, you know, to help you this morning. So let's we'll see you all at 3 o'clock this afternoon and see how this plays out. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. All right.
It's our pleasure.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye now.
Thank you, Lennox.
Thank you,
George.
George.
Thank you, Colleen.